Whitney.
Billy, where have you been from there?
He acted like I was trying to poison him. Like the mother of the exorcist.
Leland, why don't you go in and talk to him? But Charlie, leave your watch here so that he doesn't know what time it is. We want to keep him disoriented.
Hello, Yoko.
I shouldn't be too hard. How you doing?
How you all doing? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. And thanks to all the new subscribers.
Promise that you made.
And yes, I got my socks on. You got your socks on, my friend? Okay, people. I'm 70 plus, 70 plus. They always said to guard your ID when you go on media, so that's how come I said 70 plus. I had 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, back problems. I'm on a fixed income, around $900, give or take a little. I've been trying to figure out YouTube, this and that. You know, I was having problems, and I don't know what the problem was. You know, I went delete my YouTube history, and this and that, and Google history. I don't know how long my iPhone's gonna hold out, people. You know, if you go to my YouTube and see in a description, you see my post office box, my PayPal account, and my Cash App. And my new computer I got in February, I got from Amazon. You all know the story. HP put the shaft to me. They won't fix it. It's supposed to be under warranty, but what they told me, since I got it through Amazon, I know you all heard this story before, the third party, which is PC Online. And they upgraded it. They don't have nothing to do with HP. They're not a salespeople. They're not a technician authorized to work on HP computers. If you don't believe what I'm saying about PC Online, go to your search engine, type in PC Online, then scroll down to the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, and you see hundreds and hundreds of complaints about them. But I think it is unfair that HP won't fix it or won't send me another one. The same thing that I got. They got the screenshots where I bought it in February. They got everything. They got my address. They got my phone number. But they won't fix it. People, I don't know how long my iPhone series, iPhone series 3 or whatever you call it. I don't know how long it'll last. I hope everybody had a good turkey day. I had ham. And I let it cook until when you cut it, it just falls to pieces. My banana pudding turned out perfect.
funny.
Hello, Luffy D. Mead. Hello, Simple Star.
I wonder what she would say if she would.
Goody. You know, I'm still eating ham. I'm still eating banana pudding. I'm still eating stove stuffing. My kitty cats is, you know, I treat them like they're human. Yeah, hello, Judo. And I want to thank you, young people, that has helped me out. Maybe there's somebody on here that got pulled at HP, or maybe know somebody. You know, I think that was probably maybe April, May, June of this year when I contacted them. You know, all they had to do, you know, Tom Cartwright, Indiana, you know, they got everything should be in HP computer system where I call them. They got my address. They got everything. But I'm mad I spent over $500 for this computer. And it stopped. You people heard it on the news, you've seen it everywhere, that I'm being held hostage. Maybe you people knows about computers, maybe.
I think I just solved the case.
Yeah, rock that. That I'm being held hostage. And I don't have McPhee on my computer. And when I start doing a live stream on either StreamYard when I had it, or Prison Live, or YouTube, or whatever, McPhee would pop up. You know, you can either exit out or hit the escape. You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't exit out. You couldn't hit the escape button. They wanted money. I guess PC Online wanted money for McPhee. I don't know. The only way I could get out of it, like I'm going to buy it, as soon as I do that, then I can X out of it. After doing it so many times, it shut down. It stopped my charging and all this. I changed the cord. That didn't make a difference. And it makes me mad. I want to say hi to all my friends in Canada, or Russia, or anywhere. Thank you all for being in my YouTube family. And people, I'm old, I'm bored, I got nothing to do. Us old people, we get bored. That's how come God told me to come up here and talk to you all. If I can help you out or give you some ideas. Anything I buy, I do a video on it, tell you how I like it, if I have any problems. You know, I've done that in all my videos. Try to teach you all how to stay married for a long time. I tell you men that you tell a lady she's always right. When you tell them you're wrong, you're in the doghouse. But to make your marriage last, people, you got to compromise. You got to sit down and talk. Where you can stay married 20 to 70 years, 80 years, I don't know, 80 years. That put you about maybe 100 years old. And, you know, I know some people like me that I'm kind of in a sad mood, because my mother's dead, my dad's dead. Dad died in 92, mom died in either 16 or 17. It's not really the same. And I don't have a girlfriend or get to talk to any women except on my YouTube channel. When I go to the grocery store or go to Walmart or places like that, I get to talk to ladies. My son tells me, said, Dad, you're worse than a female. All you want to do, talk, 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 talk. But people, I live in the country. There's no fast foods I can walk to, no grocery store, or anything like that. All I could do is walk up to the main road and walk over to 65 and hope nobody calls the police on me, think I'm going to commit suicide at the bridge. And they call the state police or Scott County Sheriff. With some of those deputies, the Scott County Sheriff is no longer there. They lost their job because they're smart alecks. You know, I like to go for walks. I also want to say hi to all the foxy ladies. You know, all the foxy ladies. Because your ladies are foxy. And all this. And I guess next month I will buy another ham and a turkey and some more stove stuffing. I got a little bit of stove stuffing left. I'll probably eat that after I get off. I got to fill my pill container up. Put all my 10 to 15 pills in for the 7 days of the week. My heart medicine, my blood pressure, my diabetes medicine, cholesterol medicine, the aspirin, and all this. And, the temperature outside, I checked it before I came live, is 30 degrees outside. It is cold out there. It got cold in here. I peep out my living room window where you all see the cage up on my porch where I got the tarp on the outside of the porch with a heat lamp. Boots is in there. And Snowball, another cat, then up on the ledge where I got insulation up against there, and they laying on it, they keep it warm. And I love you all. Jujo, I think that's the first time you all been on here. And Luffy D. Meats, I think this is the first time you on here. And tomorrow's Friday, so there'll be no school tomorrow. I hope you people that's driving on the way back home be safe. If you're taking an airplane, make sure you call your flight, see if there's a delay or anything like that. But people, I want you to say prayers to everybody for today. If you all notice on your local news station, the NTSB or whatever it's called, that when UPS airplane crashed back I want to say 79, they had a DC-10 that had the same problems. The engine. Either they're not inspecting it good close enough or what, but what my son tells me, what I know about small airplanes, you check everything out on it. Your wheel, your engine, you check your fuel, you have a little bottle, you check your fuel. You check everything. I don't know if the pilots of those big planes does anything like that. I don't know. I'm not a pilot on those big airplanes. I don't know. I guess they should, but when they there and the plane's way up there, it's kind of hard to look at the engine part. I think before people gets on it, they should pull it into a garage and go over every plane with a fine-tooth comb. I think they should. Like that MD-11 and DC-10, planes like that, FedEx and UPS, anybody got planes like that. If you got a crack like they've been telling us on the news, they should report that to the NSTB or NTSB or whatever it's called. Report it to them. And the mechanics on it that looks at those planes, they should ground them and fix the crack or report it to the appropriate people. Flying on an airliner is safer than driving in a car. There's more people killed in vehicles than there is the air, from what they said. I don't know. I just don't know, people. Remember, next month is Christmas. And one Christmas present I like to see you all get to protect yourself when you're driving. Get your dash cam. I know some of them cost a little bit of money. But they've been showing this one dash cam. It does 4 sides. It does front, back, and the sides. Left and right. It'll protect you. And it'll protect you if you're in a wreck. I just want you all to be safe. Because where you live in the United States, I don't know about the countries, if they have any problems like that. I don't know. But here in the United States, I know around me and other places in the United States, you got the green light. You go through there, then you're going to get T-boned, either left or right side. 9 chances out of 10, people, the person that T-bone you going to say they had the green light. By you having a dash cam, that'll protect you, because if you don't have a dash cam and the other person don't have a dash cam, the cop's going to blame both of you 50-50, because the cop don't know. That's how you protect yourself. If you got kids who drives, that protect your kids too. Just think about it. How much you and your family and your kids worth. I think it's worth for you all to get you a dash cam to record everything. It has the date, the time, the GPS. It has everything in it. Or you can use your cell phone. You can use your camera on your cell phone like a dash cam. You can record it, and if you got something good on it, then you can upload it to your YouTube channel or TikTok or Twitch or Facebook or anything like that. And always record people when you're out. If you and your wife, you and your kids goes out for a walk, record. You can get body cameras like the cops wear. Or maybe you got a GoPro that you can record when you're walking. Protect yourself. You don't have to upload it unless you want to, but you protect yourself. If you like me and the people who lives out in the country, you put outside cameras up. If you got good video on your outside cameras, you can load that up to your YouTube channel. You might have a trespasser or maybe a deer come through your yard or, it just depends. And if you got a camera on your porch, if somebody falls, it'll protect you. But everybody need to get a camera for you outside and protect yourself. I got cameras outside. You never know what's going to happen on your property. Maybe I'm too safety. I forgot to look back. Since it's been over 30 days, it done been deleted on my hard drive and my outside cameras. I should have saved it. And you would have saw me fall off of my porch on that Sunday about 6 to 8 weeks ago. That was my fault. Lucky God was with me. That's how come I said, put your faith in the God, believe in God. All I did here was kind of spring it. I had to soak it with ice pack. Then I had to take like Advil, Tylenol, something like that for the pain. And like, I got 5 kitty cats in the house. They're sleeping. They full of ham. They've been eating ham all day and yesterday. Because Thanksgiving only comes once a year. Christmas is coming up next month. About 20 some odd days until Christmas. I was hoping maybe some good-looking foxy ladies would come to my house today. That didn't happen. But that's okay. They got families. They got families. But, today is a good day. Some people, it's sad because their either husband's not there or the wives ain't there or their parents ain't there. It's a sad day for some people. Like me, it's a sad day because mom and dad not here. Christmas will be really bad for me. The closer it gets to Christmas, I'm going to be sad. And I'm going to be peed old. Because mom and dad's not there. No girlfriends. I don't have one. And plus my birthday's around Christmas. I always hate Christmas when I was a kid because I always got my birthday presents on Christmas and got a birthday cake because it's cheaper to get everything at Christmas. You know, I don't want, I would hate for any kids to be born around Christmas or after Christmas. You know, like the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, like that, or a few days before Christmas. You know, like maybe December 1st, it'll be okay. But my birthday's around Christmas, and I don't feel good. I don't feel good around Christmas time without my mom, my dad. You know, my kitty cat takes up the slack like Alex's mother. I named her Margaret after my mother. I did have a cat named after my dad. No, that cat died. I didn't name any more after my dad. I did have one named Albert after my grandpa Al Cartwright. I even had a cat named January. I had one named Janice. And I don't think I had any name after any of my ex-wives. Maybe this summer I might. I got some babies now. She usually has her babies in the summertime. I got a little cubby hole on my porch right when I get to the front door. You can get down in and go underneath the porch. And usually when LB goes there and she has babies, they usually go meow, meow, meow. Well, these babies didn't do it. She must kept them quiet. And since it's cold, she's probably underneath the porch, keeping warm. But Boots is a gray cat with white paws. The two of the 4 original baby cats that Mama Blackie brought over. Also, December is bad for me because that's when Mama Blackie died last December. It'd be a year next month. And she kept crossing the road and her babies would follow her. You know how dumb people are. They ran over her babies. And I talked to Mama Blackie. I said, leave your babies here. Because you keep crossing that road, your babies are going to get run over. I said, you know I treat your babies good. They get fed. They got a place to get out of the rain, the cold, the hot, and all that. Mama Blackie must understand me because she did leave 4 of her babies here. I'm down to 2 of her babies. But Mama Blackie was a little bit like Mama Tina. She took care of her oldest daughters and took care of her grandkids, took care of her great-grandkids. She would feed them, and she would give them a bath, go out and catch the mice, bring them to her grandkids and her daughters. You know, that's what Mother Cats does, people. They go out and catch mice and moles and squirrels and birdies to teach their babies how to hunt. They get the smell. They get the smell of a mouse or a squirrel. And they They learn to catch mice outside. You people that lives out in the country, you're going to have mice. That's a fact. I live out in the country. You do have them in the city, but I got cats in the house. They do catch mice, and it's getting cold. Like I said, it's 30 degrees outside right now. And they do find, you might not think you got holes in your house somewhere, but them mice can find holes. You know, they can find a small hole and squeeze through those holes. And I want to thank all my moderators. And like 709, he's in St. John's. And I think he's at a concert in St. John's. From St. John's, where 709 lives, to his house, it's about 9 hours driving. You know, Canada is big. Canada is big. And like Jacob, the part of Canada he lives in is close to New York border. And that tells you about where he lives. I'm going to have to get me a map of Canada. Well, I can put it up on the wall. It'll show all of Canada, Nova Scotia, St. John, Newfoundland, all of it. But you people might be thinking maybe return in the near future. You all can look, say you get $2,000 a month in USA when you retire. I'm just using that for a figure. You convert it over to Canada money. And I believe if you had $2,000 here in the United States, in Canada, it might be worth $6,000. I don't know, how to figure it out. I can take what I get, it'll be over $2,000 in Canada. So that's something to think about. The medical is better in Canada than it is here in the United States. Why can't we the people in the United States, get something like Canada has? Why can't the idiots in Washington, D.C. figure out, look what Canada has, look at their medical, this and that, like Canada and other countries. If you look on your cereal boxes and stuff you get at the grocery store, it got what? Yellow dye, red dye, blue dye, and whatever. If you look at what's in our stuff and then look what's in Canada's stuff, Canada don't have. That's something to think about. And like you people, I know in the county you can, but if you live in a city or a town, you got to check your local laws, see if you can have chickens or roosters. Where they get you on the rooster is the noise. They always want to crow at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week. That's where they get you on the noise. But you raise your own chickens, people. You know what you feed your chickens. The eggs is better if you have on your property and what you get in a grocery store. Next time you go where they sell chicken feed, look on it and you see like your baby chick, they got medicine in it. And some of the chicken feed got medicine in it. But some of you might raise chickens, I don't know if you know it, but I found out since I had mine, they love watermelon. They love fruit. They love cantaloupe. They love apples. They love grapes. They love tomatoes. Man, when I used to cut a slice of watermelon, I'd be walking up to the door to walk in. They were up there jumping up and down, attacking me to get to that watermelon or cantaloupe. They love it. You know, those chick eggs you get in the grocery store, you don't know what they feed those chickens. You know, by having your own chickens, people, you know what you feed. And you'll find out, people, if you live in a city, you probably have people that sells eggs. Well, get those eggs. You see how much they taste better than what you get in a grocery store. You'll like them. That's one thing I miss about my chickens. But if I ever get my 1,000 subscribers, people, I'm going to build a better chicken coop, you know. Because then once I get monetized with 1,000 plus subscribers, I can use that money to get heavy duty wire. You all see these dog cages that you get, how thick that wire is. You got to have real thick wire. Because those raccoons, that's what got my chickens. They're real thin. They can take their claws and rip the wire in half. You need some heavy duty wire where they can't get into your chickens. And on the outside, you have to fix your door with bins where your chickens can get in there and lay their eggs. That way you can lift the lid up and get the fresh eggs out. And you all be surprised how your homegrown chicken eggs taste a whole lot better than what you buy in the grocery store. That's a fact. You know, I was raised on people having their own eggs, not the grocery store, because my dad always got a couple of dozen every Friday or Saturday and brought them home. And it was better than what you get in the grocery store. I can tell the difference. You all can tell the difference. And as some of you new on here, the rules, you don't argue, you don't cuss, you don't put women down, you don't talk about killing kitty cats and eat them, because you'll get off of here real fast. And, you know, my channel, you know, I'm not smart like your younger people who got a good YouTube channel, good content, because you're all very smart people. Me, I'm just an old man who's bored and single, nothing to do. You know, I'm bored. And that's why God told me to start my YouTube channel a year ago next month. You know, I uploaded a few videos years ago, but I don't think people is doing YouTube like that. I guess. I don't know. I'm just an old man, don't know what the heck I'm talking about 90% of the time. And some of your foxy ladies, I can't be your sugar daddy because I'm on a fixed income. And I live on a budget. A budget is, you know, all the bills you got. Your rent, your house payment, your car insurance, the car payment, electric bill, utility bills, all of that, your internet. That's all in a budget. then you take your income, week or bi-weekly or month. That's, oh, I forgot, gasoline too. And that's your budget. You know how much money you got coming in every week or every 2 weeks or monthly. You got to live on your budget. And, it's hard for people like us who gets around $900 to $1,000 a month. It's hard for us. And you all been seeing on the internet, on the news, that we supposed to get $2,000 sometime in January. Ha ha. And they're going to give us $600 in Social Security, supposedly in January for 6 months. Ha ha. But people, don't get in your rainy day fund. Don't count on it until it gets into your account. Because Congress and the Senate has to vote on it, as you all know. You younger people who's smart, you all know what I'm talking about. You study history in school. And you know what I'm talking about. Don't jump the gun and spend your money. Say, oh, we're going to get $2,000 in January. Oh, we're going to get $600 for 6 months starting in January. Don't believe it until it hits your account. Because I don't want you to get in your rainy day fund and spend money and you need it for something else. Just use common sense. Don't believe that they're going to do it until it gets into your account. Because there are people that would do that and spend the money and counting on the $600 for 6 months or the $2,000. I don't believe it. I hope it's so, because I could use the money. But I'm not counting on it. I might be an old man, but promises is promises until it hits my account or your account or whatever. I don't believe it until it happens. I don't trust anybody. That's one thing I have a problem with, Foxy ladies. I got trust issues. It's hard to trust anybody. Your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend. It's hard to trust anybody. I've been lied to. I've been cheated. I don't like it. But God is helping me get through everything. He knows what I'm looking for in a girlfriend. He knows about my ex-wives. One of them I know I wouldn't take back. And she's a a-hole. She lives in Scott County. She's a a-hole. Or A-H. Whatever. But, God knows what I'm looking for. Somebody within 50 miles. If it didn't work out, you can go back home. If you're a couple of 100 miles or 2,000 miles away, it's too far. And maybe your vehicle you're driving won't make it here or make it back home. I'd be worrying about that. I'm trying to be nice. Like I say, the closer it gets to Christmas, people, I'm not going to be in a good mood. some people gets married because they get a nice smokehouse. Your lady knows what I mean. It's a smokehouse. There's more to a smokehouse or a relationship besides the smokehouse. The ladies knows what I'm talking about. You got to be nice to your mate. Be polite. Don't forget about birthdays, anniversaries, and also you people to help you out in a marriage. Where did you meet your mate? What year did you meet your date? Where did you take your mate to eat? Or did you go to a drive-in? Or did you go dancing? Or to a bar? You know, remember those dates. They're important. And don't forget Valentine's Days. Because ladies, they like to get something for Valentine's Day. Maybe they like to get flowers. And, you know, help your mate to wash clothes, wash dishes. I kind of wish I had a dishwasher. But one day I get rich and I build on to the house where I have more room and I will have a dishwasher. But I just don't have the money, and that's not a have to. I got 2 good hands to wash dishes and dry the dishes. And, you know, we got to try to get along out there with everybody. And we got to stop arguing. We got to stop hate crimes. We got to stop the abuse and the bullying of kids, middle-aged kids, and us old people. We got to stop being bullied by everybody. You know. And some of you people, if a cop gets behind you and turn the red and blue lights on, you take off from it. You might have a warrant on you or something like that. When you take off and run from them, you're going to get more charges. I know you all ain't going to listen to me. You still going to take off running. A tow truck pulling into the yard. I hear a helicopter. Maybe it's one of those medical helicopters. But, you know, that's what happens. So, we have to be careful. We gotta do everything real nice. And man, I kind of wish I had a foxy lady show up at my house today. But I didn't. That's okay. Got to make a road trip sometime tomorrow. 'Cause my son got to pick up either 1 medicine or 2 medicine, something like that tomorrow. But I want to, like I said, I want to thank you all people out there for coming up here, helping me get my watch hours, helping me get my subscribers. I hope you like the picture behind me. You know, it's like the Cartwright family seal or something like that. And but like I said, I hope everybody had a good turkey day with your family and your friends, your cousins, your aunts and uncles. I hope you all, and your girlfriends or your boyfriends, your husband and wife. I hope it was a good day for everybody. I hope you all made it back home safe, or some of you is driving, you know, maybe get you a motel for the night, because I don't like driving at night. I drove thousands and thousands of miles at night when I used to drive an 18-wheeler. It's kind of nice to drive at night, you know. I don't know, when I made my first trip to L.A., my clock would say, oh, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning for me, it'll be light. You get to California, it's still dark. 9, it'd be 6 o'clock in the morning, California time. I had one of those antique watches. It don't change to different time zones. And my eyeballs start getting sleepy when I hit California. Then all at once I start getting the light out there. Then my eyes start opening up. And but, you know, like I said, I thank you all, my YouTube family. I wish somebody could help me out to get a new computer. Or maybe you know somebody that works for HP, or maybe like once that computer, it starts with L. Lonvor, Lonnie, it starts with an L. Maybe somebody like him could donate me a new laptop, kind of like a gaming laptop with 1 gigabyte of hard drive. You know, that's one thing I like to try, you know. But people, like I say, people like HP or the computer, it starts with L-O-N, Laverne, or, well, you all know what I'm talking about. And, but I just hope everybody got their stomach full. I'm going to sleep like a baby because me eating ham and stuff like that, I'm going to love it. And like I say, I got to fill my pill container up. Then I got to take my medicine. And, you know, like I say, I got my kitty cats to talk to. They don't talk human. it would be nice if the animals would talk human to us. Oh. Oh. But that's okay, people. It's okay. You know. It, you know, everybody always got their ups and downs. There's a lady on here last night. I think it was a lady. She lost her dad, and I think her grandpa. You know, they was down in the dumps. You know, people come up here to listen and chat. You know, 'cause they're lonely. They lost their loved ones. There's people who passed away on Thanksgiving. It's a bad time for them. There's people that died on Christmas or day before Christmas. It's a bad time for them too. Like my dad died in April of 92. Mom died after her birthday. She was 101. But I miss my mom and dad. I miss some of my good ex-wives. You know, but I'm hoping some of them foxy ladies, even ex-wives, but I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs anymore. It's been 25 plus years. We both old. We probably both have heart attacks and strokes. But I think mine was heart attacks from what the doctor says. And no matter where you are on the planet, people, Russia, China, Japan, UK, India, wherever, I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving Day. And 709, I hope you had a good day at the concert today in St. John's. People, I know a little bit about St. John's, but I don't watch the TV show anymore, Hudson and Rex. I don't watch them anymore because what they done to him, they fired John Redden. He had cancer. They fired him and put this other idiot in there to take his place. So I'm boycotting it. I don't watch it on Mondays or Saturdays. But they said they will not bring John Redden, known as Charlie Hudson, back. Well, I don't have to watch the blankety blank show anymore. And that's just how I feel, people. There's people, you'd be surprised how many countries that watches Hudson and Rex in St. Providence or St. John, Canada. You'd be surprised. But I'm hoping the advertisement that pay for advertisement on Hudson and Rex say, if you're not going to bring John Redden back, we're going to cut our advertisement with you. I would. There's a person in the United States that took out either a half-page ad or a full-page ad in the paper up around St. John's area. That person paid for it, or they didn't like it. And I think it's on City TV. And if you all got subscribed to City TV, I would cancel your City TV subscription. I would. And it's bad. Why would you have any TV shows here? They would back you if you got cancer or Alzheimer's or like what's his name that played on Back to the Future. You know what he had. Because there's people in the same boat. It helps them out. But like the people who shows Hudson and Rex, because he had cancer, they fired him. That, in my book, is a no-no. God is going to punish those people one way or another. You know, I know that's only my opinion, but that's my right. I'm going to contact the local TV station it's on. Tell them, you please cancel Hudson and Rex because John Redden, known as Charlie, is not on there. You know, I don't know if they do it or not, but if there's enough people here in the United States and in other countries, if you get the TV stations to drop them and the advertisement to drop it until they bring John Redden back, they should listen. But City TV in Canada, in my book right now, sucks. You people in Canada, I would raise Cain. I would cancel your subscriptions at City TV and the advertisement people in Canada. I would cancel that until they bring John Redden back. Charlie Hudson and Rex and Sarah is the show. Without Charlie there, you ain't got no show. And Rex, I know the original Rex, his name was Diesel. He died of cancer. They got his nephews to take the spot. And them dogs works with John Redden. They know what he's going to do before he does it. They trust him. But this new actor that took Charlie place, he's an a-hole in my book. He acts like he don't like that dog, or the dog don't trust him that much. If you're an animal lover, you know what I'm talking about. You people that trains dogs, you know what I'm talking about. The animal trusts those people because they work with them every day of the week. You put a new person, that animal's not going to trust him too good. But, man, I watch Hudson and Rex. It comes on Mondays, about 10, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I watch it for over 10 hours. Now I don't watch it at all. So I watch things on YouTube. And as Larry the Cable Guy said, get it done. That's what I'm watching right now. Get it done. He's on the Nest, Nest channel, whatever station it is in your area. Is Larry the Cable Guy. And after Larry the Cable Guy is Gene Simmons. You all know Gene Simmons, who's in Kiss, with the white makeup, the big tongue, and your lady knows about those big tongues. And he'd be on after, Gene Simmons would be on after Larry the Cable Guy. And Gene Simmons' wife is from Canada. Let's see, I want to say Newfoundland or somewhere. She's from Canada. And she is a good-looking wife to Gene. They got married a couple of years ago. Her sister is good-looking as she is. You see her on Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, I think it's called. And but people, I tell you, when I get monetized, when I get my 1,000 subscribers, I will not charge you any memberships. I could use the extra money, but my YouTube is just like it is. And like super chats that I would get. I would use that money to put a new roof on my house, help to buy cat food for my cats, and maybe buy me a zero-turn lawnmower, a new one, because of warranty. A zero-turn is about 60 inches. We have a Scott Ace hardware store up in Scottsburg, Indiana. My name is on file up there. If you want to get a zero turn and, I don't know. But with God's help, people, God will help me out. God will help me out. That's what happened when I eat real good. I get sleepy. I haven't even took my medicine yet, but when I get off of there, I gotta bring all my pills in here on the bed and start filling my pill container up for 7 days. And take my water and wash my medicine down, usually 2 cups of water. And people, you see on your TV stations, St. Jude's Hospital to donate to. It's kids with cancer. If you can, donate to St. Jude's Hospital. And the other thing I want you to donate to, see, I'm forgetting myself, is Wounded Warriors. It's our veterans. I think our government should take care of the veterans. So if you can help out St. Jude's or Wounded Warriors, I would appreciate it, and God will. Because by helping out St. Jude's people, it could be somebody in your family that goes to St. Jude's. And I want you to think about that. You can also donate to me, but, that's important to me. That shows you where my heart is. St. Jude's and Wounded Warriors. And everybody deserves a second chance. I don't care if you've been in a jail or prison or what you've done. You deserve a second chance. It's not up to me to judge you, because God is the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, your public defender, and 5-0. It's up to God. God has the final say so if you go up to heaven or you go down to the fireplace. It's up to God. And I kicked 2 people off of my channel. I shouldn't judge them, but I'm not even subscribed to their YouTube channel. I don't like them. I watch his video on another YouTube channel. I watch him on Sheriff Austin Garrett's YouTube channel. Ha ha. Like I said, there's so many Austin Garretts on YouTube. And I like to watch Austin Garrett's YouTube channel. I want you all to go to 709 Concert Videos. He's in Canada. And he got a bunch of video files. The animals, parts where he lives in Newfoundland. I know I'm, in Canada. If you want to learn about Canada, people, and there's places in Canada that's Vermont and Canada. Because Vermont's on the borderline of Canada. There's property there. It's half in Canada and half in Vermont. I'm going to use north and south. Say, you go northbound on the highway, say in Canada, you could be in Vermont. You can become southbound, you be in Canada. And if you got married and you live like Vermont and Canada, you have dual citizenship. You get to vote twice. Because you got dual citizenship. You can vote in the United States, you can vote in Canada. I guess you can, because that's dual citizenship. You got other parts of Canada, it's on the border of New York. So it's weird, but if I had to retire all over again, I would take my money and move to Canada. My money's worth more in Canada than it is here. Their medical is better in Canada than it is here in the United States. Rent is a little bit cheaper in Canada than it is here. You can find like a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment maybe around $1,200 in Canada. Here you're looking at maybe $1,500 or more. ASPCA. I hate watching that commercial on TV. It upsets me. I wish the ASPCA would come to Scott County, Indiana, ASPCA, can you come to Scott County, Indiana at the dog pound in Scott County, Indiana? It's a kill shelter. And I don't like it. I hate people who kills animals. Like a dog pound, If I had the money, I would build me a dog pound in Scott County, Indiana, would be a no-kill shelter, and close down Scott County Dog Pound. Because the animals has the same rights as we do. They have the right to a lawyer. They have that right. In my book, animals don't deserve to die in those kill shelters. And people, you know how I think, what I believe in. Like I say, when I was growing up, I wasn't perfect. I was an a-hole. But after divorcing this one foxy lady, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. My mother and dad got on me when we got a divorce. They loved her to death. Ain't that right, foxy lady? And I screwed up. She's about in the same boat I am. Heart attack, stroke, diabetes. I don't think she got arthritis. Because my daughter, she has diabetes and high blood pressure. I don't think she had a stroke or a heart attack yet, I don't think. But, we all got to take care of ourselves. We got to take care of our bodies. Eat the right food. And people who live here in the United States, I kind of like the way the Amish people lives. They don't really go to the doctor unless they really have to. But 9 chances out of 10, they don't go. If you got Amish people where you all live here in the USA, they got cookbooks that you can buy. They got books that I've been told on medicine that you have on your property that'll make you feel better, and going to the doctor and to the drugstore. The home remedies that the old people used to use. Like when I was growing up, people, they had a hot toddy. That's honey, whiskey, and lemon. The real lemon, not the lemon juice. You get a real lemon, a hot toddy. And if you got a cold or a fever, you mix it all together. And people say, why would you give your kids alcohol? People, look at the medicine, Rosuvastatin, Vicks, and all that. They got alcohol in it. And I remember when I was young, my grandma, I don't know, I guess maybe for a chest cold, a mustard pack. Like an old rag or a paper towel that had mustard all over it. And they put it on your chest. And you smell like mustard. I don't know what the idea of that is. Well, there's people older than me, or maybe your grandpa and grandma know the idea of a mustard pack. But you go back to the old ways, and it's better for you. I remember my grandma used to boil their water before we were drinking. When it cools down, they put it in a pitcher and put it in an ice box. That tastes a whole lot better. My grandma used to have system water, like a well, but it was in the ground. It was rainwater and all this. And that water was real good to take a bath in. It was real soft water. It didn't have chemicals in it like the water we drink. And I said, I'm not in the field. I'm not a doctor of chemistry. Our body can only take so much chemical. You people remember from health, biology, or whatever, our body can only have so much chemical before everything breaks down. That's what happened. Our water got chemicals in it. Our food got chemicals in it. Just like it's deer season. People go out and shoot a deer and have it all cut up. You know what's in it. Or rabbits or squirrels. Or you grow your own food in the garden. You know what you put in your garden. What my grandpa used to do, he'd dig a hole. He would put eggshells, coffee grounds, banana peels, potato peels, stuff like that, or pork chop bones. That was his, or fish guts, or stuff like that. That was the fertilizer. Oh, and I forgot the leaves. He would bury, that was your natural fertilizer. It didn't have chemicals. That's what I do. I bury my eggshells, banana peels. I don't drink coffee, so I can't bury any coffee grounds. I use that as my fertilizer. Sawdust. Leaves. I do all of that in my garden. And when it comes next year, and when I go to Walmart, I'm going to buy me probably 10 packs of white radishes. And that's what I got to do. I love those white radishes. If I can keep the deer and the rabbits out of my garden, I'd be okay. But that means I have to put a fence. I planted 2 rows of corn. Guess what? Thanks to the deer ate the corn. And the rabbits probably ate the tops. As far as tomatoes, I didn't have any tomatoes this year. Because I used to give stuff like that away to my neighbors. I like peppers, jalapenos. I have fun planting them. Make salsa, cayenne peppers. I might do that next year. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And that's what I like to do. And I know there's people not on here tonight because it's Thanksgiving. They told me they wouldn't be on here tonight because of Thanksgiving. I wasn't going to be on here. But I had to let you all know, because you're my family. You care about me just like I care about you all. So that's what I like. You keep me going. You help me through my day. You help me stay smart. That's what I like about you all. That's what I love about you all. And I appreciate you all that have subscribed, that watch my videos. You leave comments in there after I get off. You all really help me. That's what a family does. Real family or adopted family. Just like you people got YouTube. That's your adopted family. They could be your brothers, your sisters, your grandkids. They help you out. That's your family. Your subscribers is your YouTube family. Just like your people here, you're my YouTube family. And we can't do it without our YouTube family. And I really appreciate you all for helping me out, because God will reward you. But don't you all give up on God. Some of you don't believe in God. That's your right. But you believe in God 24/7. I know people that goes to church and they say they believe in God. As soon as they go out them church doors, the devil done took him over again. That's like my brother. He's an a-hole. He's no good. He's a thief. Stole from me. He owes me over $90,000. Took the life insurance that Mom and Dad left me. That was State Farm that the policy was with. Dale Robinson, the agent there in Charlestown, Indiana, which I got screwed. That's how come I'm no longer with State Farm. I've been with them for years until I went to collect my money. So we can't talk about it. And I said, Dale Robinson, if you did what I think you did, and my brother signed it, you're going to be in jail or God's going to take care of you. I canceled my insurance. I wish, I don't know how Dale Robinson, the agent for State Farm, can get by with that bull crap. Anybody that works for State Farm, how do they get by with it? Is there a corporate phone number for State Farm? The main office, not the agent. There got to be a home office, corporate office, where you can call them and complain. I can't find it. Every time I go to search State Farm, it comes up with agents. I can't find a corporate phone number. They got to have a corporate phone number for State Farm somewhere. You're smart people out there. You know how to do it. I don't know if I had to put State Farm corporate office or what. I don't know. You people out there, it's on there. I know you're insurance agents. Maybe one of you is a State Farm agent that can help me out to get to the corporate office and file my complaint. That's forgery and all this. It was made out to three of us, my brother, me, and my sister. My sister died, so that means that policy she had would be split up between us. I hate to say it, people. Don't trust your family when you make a will out. When you make a will out, have a lawyer as administrator, maybe 3 lawyers or 4. have them administrators of your will. They have to go by law. Family will put the shaft to you. That's a fact. And, I'm trying to give you all good advice to help you out, to make your will out where your family won't get screwed. You cannot trust family members as administrator of your property. The husband, the wife. You can't trust family. That's how come you need 2 or 3 lawyers as administrators. In case one is sick or died, you have 3 of them or 4 of them as administrators that'll go by the law and the will. You all know people that family who's administrator, somebody got screwed. That's a fact. I'm one. My neighbor's one. I know a whole lot of people that got screwed by a family member as an administrator. That's a fact. That did not go by the will. That is a fact, people. But God knows what I'm going through. God knows I'm speaking the truth. If I wasn't speaking the truth, God will punish me. That's how come God spared me when I fell off of my porch about eight weeks ago, give or take a little. I could have got a concussion, a broken back or hip or elbow or shoulder. God was with me. He protected me. God will protect you if you really believe in God. And you younger people, I'm going to give you some advice. You go, say, like a grocery store or Walmart or the mall. You see some old people. You say, hello, young man. Hello, young lady. You'll make them feel real good. That's what I do. I see a person that's old. I say, hello, young lady. Hello. I had this one lady. She might have been older than me. I said, hello, young lady. She came up and said, thank you, and gave me a big hug. Said, you made my day. They probably don't get that from their own family. You people might live, you might have old people next door to you. Help your neighbors out. You can learn stuff by your own neighbors. You can learn history from your neighbors. You can ask the people, old people that have been married a long time, over 40 years. You can ask them. I'm getting to you younger people. Ask them older people, what does it take to be married as long as you and your wife had it? They would tell you. And some of the things I tell you is what I've been told, which is a fact. And that's what I'm trying to do. Help out the younger people. And I know there'll be people watching this later on tonight or tomorrow. They're on the way home from the family turkey day. Oh, I got to reach up there. I got to hurry up and fill my medicine up. And do that. So I want to thank you all for coming up here. Thank you all for watching my videos. You can go in my description in my YouTube and you find my post office box, my PayPal account, and my Cash App. I appreciate it. My post office box, you know, you can send me gift cards for my kitty cats. Or maybe you can send flea collars for my inside kitty cats. I got 5 inside. It costs too much for the outside kitty cats. Or you can send me gift cards. I like Burger King, Subway. And maybe gift cards from Walmart or Tractor Supply. And my cat food, I got to buy 44-pound bags of cat food. You all can go to Tractor Supply, look up multiple cats. It's a 44-pound bag. This month, I bought 2 bags. With Indiana sales tax, it was about $65. I really need 3 bags to feed my kitty cats. I've cut them back, because they don't like multiple cats. They like 9 lives. They can go through a 20-pound bag in about 2 weeks or less. But I try to mix a bag in with it to help them out. And Walmart got this canned food. It's, 40, 50 cents, somewhere for that can of food. You can look it up. I like to get them tuna, ocean fish, something like that, because they love that. Any kitty cat likes tuna. And I appreciate you all for helping me up, get my subscribers up. And, I really appreciate it. God appreciate you helping me out. I want to thank your foxy ladies out there very much for helping me out and coming in here. And I guess that one foxy lady ain't in there tonight, knowing a family get-together. That's okay. I'm nobody important. But you all drive safe coming back home or on an airplane. Be careful when you're coming back home. Because some people would probably be out drinking and driving on Thanksgiving. I don't know why stupid people has to do that on Thanksgiving. That should be a day that you're sober, in my book. Christmas is a day you should be sober. Or Christmas Eve, you should stay at home. So, God bless you all. Thank you all very much. Thank you, foxy ladies. Thank you, Judo and Lou4 D Meats. Thank you all for being here tonight. All right. Good night. Peace. God loves you. God has not given up on you. So I love you all. Good night.